to get asked about Caitlin Clark and Indiana, and I'm like, guys, like, just relax. Like, they're going to figure it out. They've got to learn how to play together. You know, she's thrown into this league right away, and she's going to figure it out. And she did. And she's going to see all kinds of coverages. She's going to see all kinds of matchups. And so for us, working on how to become.
Stephanie White just made a statement about Caitlin Clark's gameplay that has some fans concerned. But before jumping to conclusions, let's break it all down. Trust me, White is a brilliant coach who knows exactly what she's doing. In fact, this might be the best thing for Caitlin and the Fever's championship aspirations. Let's dive in.
She thinks that the Indiana Fever are a title contending team for 2025.
Is it realistic to say that this team is a title contender in 2025?
I mean, I think on paper, certainly. You know, you look at it and look, our goal was to bring in experience, to bring in players that can complement our big three. You know, I didn't know that we would be able to build the depth that we were able to build in year one. You know, I thought that was going to take a little bit more.
All right, Fever fans, let's take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now, let's talk about what Coach Stephanie White said that had some of y'all ready to hit the panic button. She mentioned that Caitlin Clark will have moments where she plays off the ball, and suddenly, Fever fans are clutching their chests like they just got hit with a full court press. Asterisk, what do you mean she won't have the ball? Asterisk, relax, folks. Nobody's sticking Caitlin in the corner like a forgotten role player in a 2K simulation.
Standpoint, but from a rhythm and timing standpoint. So that becomes the next challenge. But getting more efficient in everything that we do. You know, for us, moving her off the ball a little bit more so she's not getting worn out in game, just handling the ball 94 feet. And then we're challenging her on the defensive end of the floor as well, like being a better defender. You know, the best that for us as an opponent, you know, you want to attack a good offensive player by making him play on the defensive end, putting him through the ringer. You know, and so being a better defender, you know, and I think being.
Let's break this down logically. Caitlin Clark is one of the most gifted playmakers women's basketball has ever seen. Her vision? Elite. Her handles? Shifty. Her range? Straight up asterisk Steph Curry level disrespectful. So yeah, we get it. Hearing that she won't always have the ball in her hands feels about as natural as a basketball game without a single foul call. But here's the thing. This is actually a good move.
Turnovers number, because there is context to turnovers. That's not saying Caitlin Clark didn't turn the ball over a bit too much, especially early in the year. But ironically, the turnover numbers did not tell the full story about her turnovers. There were games where she committed 9 turnovers, where 7 of them were quote-unquote good turnovers, 2 of them were bad, and there was a game where she committed 5 turnovers and gave up 5.
Stephanie White isn't out here playing checkers, she's playing chess. Think about it. Defenses already treat Caitlin Clark like she's radioactive when she's bringing the ball up. Now imagine what happens when she's running off screens, cutting to the basket, or setting up for a quick catch-and-shoot 3. Terrifying. Picture this. Clark sprints around a screen, catches a pass from Kelsey Mitchell, and before the defender can even blink, splash. Asterisk 3 points. No wasted dribbles, no triple teams, just asterisk pure buckets that, let's be real. Have y'all seen how defenses treat Caitlin the second she crosses half court? She's getting double teamed like she owes them money. Defenders act like she stole their lunch back in middle school. If she's always the primary ball handler, she'll be dealing with constant traps, relentless pressure, and defensive schemes designed to make her life miserable. Playing her off the ball in spurts? That's a smart move. It gives her cleaner looks, keeps defenses scrambling, and helps her conserve energy for when she does take over as the primary ball handler.
Competitor, you're not going to last. And it doesn't have to be to win at all costs, right? It's just how you do what you do every single day. Like for me as a human being, like if you're leaving your shopping cart out in the middle of the parking lot, I'm judging you. You're not going to be on my team, right? Like you're not going to be on my team. If I'm watching you and you're on the end of the bench with bad body language and not being a good teammate.
Besides, let's not act like this is some crime against basketball history. Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, spends plenty of time playing off the ball, running through screens, and letting teammates set him up for open looks. The Warriors built an entire dynasty using that approach. And if it works for him, it sure as hell can work for Caitlin. So Fever fans, I need y'all to do one thing. Asterisk trust the process. Asterisk Caitlin Clark isn't about to be turned into some spot-up shooter who barely touches the rock. She's just adding another weapon to her already ridiculous arsenal. And if anything, This will make defenses even more miserable. So let's all calm down, put the pitchforks away, and get ready to enjoy a season where Caitlin Clark makes defenders question their life choices, whether she has the ball in her hands or not.
The off-season workout footage of Caitlin Clark probably noticed the same thing. She looked like she bulked up a little bit. She looked like she got a little bit stronger. And that was confirmed by Fever coach Stephanie White. I mean, it was confirmed by our eyes, but she also said so in a Q&A with The Athletic, talking about the physical strength that Caitlin Clark added in the W.
Listen, let's be clear. Caitlin Clark is still going to be the primary ball handler. She's still going to be running the offense, dropping dimes, and pulling up from 35 feet like it's a legal requirement for her to hit logo threes every game. But here's the key. Stephanie White isn't treating Clark like a one-woman superhero who has to do everything all the time, no matter what. She's looking at this from a Michael Jordan perspective. Think about it. When MJ first came into the league, he was out there trying to do everything. He'd drop 50, play lockdown defense, and then wonder why he had nothing left in the tank by the end of games. Then Phil Jackson came along and told him, hey, maybe playing like a my-career player with max stamina all game isn't the best idea. And guess what? That change extended his career and made the Bulls unstoppable. Caitlin Clark's situation is exactly the same. At Iowa, she had to carry everything. She was the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward, the water girl, and the team spokesperson all at once. She had to bring the ball up, create her own shot, run the offense, and somehow still have enough energy to hit deep threes when it mattered most.
You can share any of that?
Yeah, I spoke with Caitlin last night, and I think just overall excitement. You know, I have been watching Caitlin play since she was an 8th grader, when I was coaching at the college realm and covering her games in college, and just an exciting time for me. Very excited to be working with her and this young team.
Not to mention, there's some pretty cool symmetry. You wore number 22 for the Indiana Fever. I mean, maybe it's too soon to say, but you could potentially be coaching the last player to ever wear 22 for the Indiana Fever. That's pretty cool.
It's very cool. I saw when they posted that today. I thought it was unique, certainly. She's a lot better, number 22.
That's just not sustainable in the WNBA. You can't drop 35 points and 12 assists every night while constantly getting double-teamed by world-class defenders. That's how you go from MVP candidate to walking ice bath patient. So what's White's plan? Simple. Let Clark play off the ball at times so she's not completely drained by the fourth quarter. That means fewer games where she looks like she just ran a marathon by the final buzzer, and more games where she's fresh enough to absolutely cook defenders in crunch time. And let's be real, playing off the ball isn't some kind of punishment. If anything, it makes Clark even more dangerous. Defenses already treat her like a walking threat when she has the ball. Now imagine her sprinting off screens, catching quick passes, and launching deep threes before defenders can even react. So let's all chill. Nobody's turning Clark into a glorified decoy. She's just adding another weapon to her already ridiculous arsenal. And trust me, when she's casually dropping effortless 30 pieces because she didn't have to carry the entire offense for 40 minutes straight, y'all will be thanking Stephanie White.
And again, she's got a lot of self-awareness. And, she figured that out, right away. Like, I need to get stronger. I can't get knocked around as much. And so she's done a great job of getting in the weight room and really focusing on her areas that she needs to focus on in terms of strength, in terms of, low center of gravity, time under tension, like all of those things. I think the next step is efficiency. Right? Like, not so many turnovers, higher field goal percentages. She knows what's coming. I mean, you saw that throughout the course of last.
At this point, you have to wonder, what was Stephanie White thinking when she expected Caitlin Clark to play off the ball? Here's the secret. White is out here playing chess while other coaches are still struggling to figure out tic-tac-toe. The Indiana Fever's offseason. Pure brilliance. White's moves have Caitlin Clark fans sighing in relief instead of screaming into their pillows in frustration. She understood the assignment. She didn't just grab random free agents off the clearance rack. No. She made calculated, strategic moves like a general preparing for war. First, she brought in DeWanna Bonner, a veteran who can score, defend, and rebound. And here's the kicker. White has already coached Bonner before, which means she knows exactly how to use her. Unlike the former coach, Christy Sides, who basically threw Clark onto the court for 40 minutes a night and said, figure it out.
welcome to Indiana. What I heard come out of your mouth is exactly why this signing, of all the other moves the Indiana Fever did this offseason, the DeWanna Bonner signing was the one that made me just get out of bed a little